Tell us what you're doing now.
Okay, well, I'm working with Cooperative State Research Service in an area called Special Programs, but we have 4 primary areas of responsibility. And it includes low-input sustainable agriculture is one of the programs. Another one of the programs is what we call industrial uses, trying to find new uses for from agriculture materials for industrial uses. And we have projects right now in the area of like CANAF, which is an annual plant. It's an alternative source of raw material for newsprint.
Right.
And which has been a very successful program for us. They're going to be building a plant in South Texas in the very near future in that area. We also are involved in cranberry and rapeseed. It's an oil seed plant, and our oil seeds come from this high-risk acid rather than low-risk acid. And you can use it in lubricants for transmission oil, and you can use it for a number of different uses similar to what you use that comes from oil, but it has some special properties to it that are very good.
Do you work then directly with private industry?
Yes, very much. We have, in that area, we have what we call demonstration projects, and we have about 3 or 4 of them right now. We have one in Waiuli, which is an alternative source of natural rubber. And we have the one in CANAF that I just mentioned. We have one in, well, which is kind of interesting, in hybrid striped bass. I also have aquaculture, but we have a project out on the eastern shore. But it's the same sort of thing. It's a demonstration project that we do in cooperation with the private sector, where we take the promising technologies that we have, and if the private sector is interested and they can make a product out of this that will survive in the marketplace, we work with them to try to bring it far enough along so that they'll invest in this and provide more new opportunities for farmers. The whole idea of this program is to expand the market base for farmers, and rather than just food and fiber, to expand it for industrial uses. And in all honesty, there's a lot of opportunities out there now. We have new lab techniques now that allows us to convert this more efficiently, to convert rag culture materials more efficiently. And also with the concern about environmental concerns like degradable plastics and these sort of things, there's a whole lot of opportunities by which we can expand the market base. And if we can provide more diversification, that allows the farmers to grow a bigger variety of crops, which is better, but also allows them to shift from one to another when one crop is not as advantageous as another. So the second area is industrial uses, and another one is aquaculture. That is an area of tremendous opportunities for U.S. agriculture. We traditionally have gotten most of our seafood from wild fisheries, of course, both domestically and worldwide. But increasingly, those are becoming difficult because our world fishery resources are, we're really mining those, harvesting them to the point that we just simply can't get any more out of them. And we're simply going to have to grow them just like we grow anything else, just like we grow livestock or grow pigs or chickens or grow crops. And we can do that. And one of the first species that have been quite successful in this country is catfish, which is now a rather large industry.
Do the traditional fisher folk resist this kind of thing?
They have initially, but with the tremendous increasing in demand, they recognize that really together they can probably be better off than being separate. Anyone that looks at it honestly recognizes that it's just like if you have a row of restaurants and you have one good restaurant and you have another one come in, they all benefit from this. Or if you have a series of retail stores, you know what I'm getting at. And really, really they can do better together because, and they recognize, the people that are in it, that we're going to have to get more of our supply of fish from farm-grown fish. And this is the whole idea of culture for fish and other species, crustaceans and oysters and so forth, is something that has been in existence for a long time, but it's just not something that we've done. In the Orient, they've done it for eons.
Really?
Oh, yes. So, yes, the Chinese and the Japanese and the Taiwanese, and they've been culture fish for a long, long time. But it's something fairly new to us because we've had tremendous fishery resources, but now it's obvious that we've got to provide more of this from a cultured operation. And the catfish is the one that really has come on the strongest. But just to give a little indication of the demand for seafood in this country, it's gone since, even since 1980, our per capita consumption has increased about 40%.
Since 1980?
Yes.
That's incredible.
And it's gone from something on the order of around 10, 11 pounds up to 15 or 16 pounds per capita. And if you include in that the fish which they catch individually and all this sort of thing, actually the consumption, you look at it in total, gets up to about 19, 20 pounds now. And just this year, which is very interesting, we just got the figures for this year. They went up, per capita consumption went up 2 pounds this past year, which is unbelievable.
Our diets are changing.
Well, yeah, and as you probably know, you go to a restaurant, seafood is a very common, and the thing that'll really boost it in the future is is when people learn how to fix fish in the home, which they will. And it's just a matter of, you remember when broilers came along, you know, and initially the preparation was very fairly time-consuming, but now you can get a broiler from the supermarket and bring it home, and they got a little button on there that allows it to pop out and tells you what time. So you can, even a busy family where both are working, they can come home and prepare a broiler fairly quickly and have it on the table. And well, we got to do the same thing in fish, and it's coming. So for dietary reasons and for all kinds of reasons, people are eating more fish.
So aquaculture is your third region.
Third, and in small farms.
In small farms.
We have, and small farms is primarily an information exchange. We don't have a major program in that area, but it's a kind of a focus. The individual that's working in that area works a great deal with the extension folks and with SCS, but we have a kind of a focus where we have a quarterly newsletter and a fair amount of meetings that we're involved in, and we're conducting studies on assessment of research needs and so forth. So in that area, it's primarily an information exchange and a focus of what's going on, and work primarily with other agencies.
Very important information.